Hey folks, Eric Dillon here, and oh yes indeed, you know what time it is. It's another installment. Of course it is. So, today, I'm off at work, and I was thinking about a short that I created, that I just edited, that I'm about to throw up on this channel, and I wanted to connect it to this video. So, I will summarize and go on from there. Any of us that are in this process of improving our mentality, shifting to a positive mindset, creating the life that we want via affirmations, manifestation, positive mindset shift, all of the things, psychology, everything in this realm. Of course, we use affirmations, those I am statements. You know, I am financially solvent. I am healed of all chronic diseases, etc., etc. But using got my face all looking crazy with the reflection there. Not that my face doesn't look crazy anyway. But using statements in present tense instead of the future tense, of course, is part of affirmations. You don't say, I want to be healthy over and over again to yourself, because you are just reinforcing the fact that you are not healthy at the current moment. So what the universe and your attraction to said things will bring back to you is more want. You're focusing on lack. I know I did for the longest time, always more concerned about what I was lacking instead of what I had. And as a result, when you shift those affirmations to the correct tense, I am statements, sometimes, if not a lot of times, it's really difficult for us not to have resistance, not to have that little voice that says, okay, but that's not the way it is right now. You know, you're doing all these affirmations, you're saying all these statements to shift your brain into a more positive mindset, to get these things that you want, but your logic is fighting you. Your logical side is telling you, you don't have those things right now. Why are you making these statements? You're creating friction that way, which does not let you achieve your goals any easier, that's for sure. So what I talked about in that short is it just occurred to me one day while I was, in one of my sessions with myself of repeating my own affirmations, just thinking about them, talking them out loud and whatnot. Two words popped into my head out of nowhere. Watch me. That statement, watch me. Like if you were making a affirmation, once again, let's talk about the money thing. I am financially solvent. I am able to easily pay all my bills. I am experiencing financial abundance. Watch me. Just watch me. And I thought, wow, that's a very profound pair of words, because when you throw watch me in as a statement, and I said this on my short, you are coming from a place of calm, assuredness, as well as excitement, because when we're kids, right, there isn't, I would say, probably not a human alive that at one point or another, whether it was around our friends, our family, whoever, that we didn't have some little ridiculous thing that we were going to do. And I say ridiculous because sometimes, parents will look at their kids and go, what is it now? Because they keep saying, watch me, dad, watch me, mom, watch me. But, watch me. And I think the example I use is, pick up this rock. Okay, little Eric, you picked up a rock. Yay. But when you have that childhood exuberance, it isn't because you think you can't do it. you're not around your little buddies when you're a kid. You go, you think I can't jump off of that roof? Watch me. You don't make statements like that without having confidence that you're going to do that thing. I mean, whether or not you're able to pull it off, that is completely disconnected from the statement itself. But you have, when you say those words, watch me, you have a connection back to childhood and back to, I'm going to do this and hey, you're going to watch me. Is that not a great place to have your mind when it comes to affirmations, mindset, manifestation, any of that? I mean, following the works of Neville Goddard and everyone who has followed him, not superseded, but subsequently, came along after him, who has said, living in that end result, having that feeling of the dream fulfilled, the end state, feel it, embrace it, feel what it would be like. How would you be acting if you had that thing? What kind of things would you be talking about? How would you conduct yourself? Any one of us who's been around this stuff for any amount of time or is on the path of learning more about it has heard these things. So I'm telling you, just throwing watch me into your self-talk, into your statements, into your affirmations, I think it puts a different twist. I mean, I know it does, because it's such a connected pair of words, like I said, to our childhood, to that I'm going to do it, that even if you do have resistance in your mind, you have a logical side, everybody does, you're bypassing that by saying, watch me, by adding watch me in. I'm telling you. It puts a smirk on my face just when I say it, because it makes me think of my own affirmations. If I said something, and then watch me, it almost makes me laugh, because it makes me feel like I'm 8 years old picking up a rock again, over and over again, and telling my grandmother, watch me. Okay, you've picked up the same damn rock over and over again. So, use it. Try it out for yourself. See if it doesn't give you that same, almost kind of an internal chuckle, because it may or may not remind you of being a kid yourself, or if you have children, like something your kids have wanted you to watch, maybe ad nauseum over and over and over again. But that's a good point too. Enjoy those moments, folks, because there are moments in your child's life where your children are proud of themselves, proud of something that at that particular time you might be like, oh my God. Oh, okay, I've watched you do that 8 million times over and over and over again. But those are moments, all right. And I really, really encourage you to use that watch me statement to see if it gives you that little chuckle too and helps you in that process, because it's a hellacious process of getting over logic. Our logical side will create so much resistance to achieving a goal that even if we have all of our druthers and we have everything in place 100% to be able to achieve that goal, if there's some kind of wavering, some kind of doubt that we start giving voice to over and over again, I'll be damned if it doesn't dismantle things completely for you. Like I've mentioned before, I was so focused on lack via comparison because I wasn't, going on vacations and doing all kinds of quote unquote fun stuff that some of my fellow pharmacists were able to do, that I was more focused on the fact that I couldn't go and do those things, making good money-ish, goodish money. And they were able to without just saying, you know what, I don't care what anybody else with my same job is able to do. They have different circumstances, different parameters, different things are going on with them that, they don't have the same debts as me, or they have different kinds of debts, whatever. It doesn't matter. Comparison is the theft of joy. Oh, fucking boy, is it not. I have found that out firsthand. And you know what? I will never, ever again in my life allow myself to look at where anybody else's standing is in life, where their different parameters of their life are at any particular time, at any age that they may be, or at any, steed in life, any standing, and let it, again, misroute my goals and everything that I'm working on. Hell no, I don't care. Enjoy whatever you have going on. Cool, you're doing that, I'm doing this. We are all, once again, beings of light experiencing this human existence in a giant simulation. Figuring out the keys to that simulation, folks. All up here. It's all up here and here. And when those two are in coherence, congruence, when things are flowing between brain and your heart, you put out a different measurable, this isn't woo-woo shit, folks. It's measurable current outside your body. The distance that it can be measured from increases when you're in coherence, heart and mind coherence. So if there's methods, like I said, just this random 2 words that I don't even know where they came from. Divine intervention, I suppose. I don't think that I read them somewhere in all of my research that I've been doing and will continue to do forever about this whole realm of subjects, being more or less one subject, the brain, the mind. I don't think I'm stealing this from anybody that I can remember reading. It just popped into my head, and then using it, repeating it, like I said, holding it in my mind's eye, so to speak, and feeling the result of that smirk on my face, like this shit-eating grin I've got right now. Watch me. It makes me laugh just saying it. And the process of positive mind shift and affirmations and manifestation can be very serious. And I'm doing all the mental diet and the work that I need to do and stuff. But at some point, too, we all know from learning about this that you have to detach. And detachment doesn't mean you stop paying mind to the things that you're working on, or you quit trying or any of that. It just means that you relax. And what better way to relax than make yourself chuckle, make yourself laugh about it? So this is a shorter one that I'm going to connect to that short about it, but it's my explanation for where I came up with WatchMe as a addendum to affirmations and positive mindset shift. So if you like it, let me know. The whole comments thing, if you're vibing with these videos, follow me. I'm just starting out here. Damn if I don't think I've got a lot to say and a lot to ramble about. So, all right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.